Okay, so what is the definition of permaculture?
Okay, well, permaculture to me is a design science where we take traditional cultures and ancient knowledge and incorporating with the technology that we have today, and also using biomimicry, where we copy nature, basically follow the systems of nature and learn from it, and try and design our system so that it's maximum output for minimum effort. So really efficient and functioning system.
And how would it sort of differ, when you talk about systems, how do they differ from like a mainstream farming systems? I mean,
okay, well, at the moment we have problems with large monoculture, large-scale cropping, and that's evident all around the world. That's how we're trying to solve the world hunger problem. But the problem with that, with farmers anyway, is a lot of young people are leaving the land because they see that their farming society is buying more and more seeds and more chemicals. So the cost of those things are just going up and up and up. Whereas the production of the land using these chemicals and fertilizers is actually just taking things from the soil and not replacing them with artificial means. So the production of the land is going down and down, but the cost of getting them is going up and up. So there's a bigger and bigger gap, and so farmers are getting in more and more debt, and it's a lot of people are leaving the land for that reason.
okay.
And at Permaculture, what we're trying to do is bridge that gap. We're trying to show examples of what you can be doing on a larger scale farming system that's more in line with the way that nature does it. So we're taking like small and slow solutions, bit by bit, and taking away the chemicals and replacing them with natural way of farming, the way that nature does it. So I guess an example of that here on our farm, my favourite sort of system. At the moment we're planting rice, but my favourite system that we've implemented here so far is we've built some large swales on the land, 5 large swales. We've got a 50-acre property here, and on the swales we've tried to plant a bit of a food forest, which is incorporating wildlife, but also with things that can be abundant for humans. So it's integrating the two together, and we planted broadcast legumes to fix nitrogen into the soil first, and that tried to heal the soil a bit and covered the open soil. Then we chopped and dropped that 3 times, just chopped it, laid it directly on the ground, and then we went and planted 1 fruit tree every 10 metres, and amongst that 10 support trees, like legume nitrogen fixing trees with every fruit tree. And then we again broadcast mung beans or sun hemp, natural nitrogen fixing plants, really thickly, and let that grow to stop the weeds coming in, and then mulched over the top of that. So that's in the future going to hold we also planted lemongrass and comfrey along the edges to hold the bank of the swale. So we'll hold the bank and also produce a really functional, productive system. And in the future we want to have animal systems incorporated into that as well. So we've planted fodder trees. The legume trees are fodder trees for the animals as well, so we can just walk along and collect them a beautiful meal.
Okay. Just what are the fruit trees that you've planted in between every 10 metres?
We've planted a mixture of different types of tropical trees, a lot of guava and mango and what else? I can't really remember. Maybe like Jamaican cherries, a few different types of. What else? We've got jackfruit in there, and I think we've got some pomegranates, maybe a few different types of mainly tropical plants.
Okay. Cool.